all my bags are packed, I'm ready to go. I'm standing here outside your door. I hate to wake you up to say goodbye, but the dawn is breaking, it's early morn. The taxi's waiting, he's blowing his horn, and already I'm so lonesome I could die. So kiss me and smile for me, tell me that you'll wait for me, hold me like you'll never let me go. 'Cause I'm leaving on a jet plane, don't know when I'll be back again. Oh babe, I hate to go. There's so many times I've let you down, so many times I've played around. I tell you now, they don't mean a thing. Every place I go, I'll think of you. Every song I sing, I'll sing for you. When I come back, I'll bring your wedding ring. So kiss me and smile for me, tell me that you'll wait for me, hold me like you'll never let me go. 'Cause I'm leaving on a jet plane, don't know when I'll be back again. Oh babe, I hate to go. Follow me where I go, what I do and who I know. Make it part of you to be a part of me. Follow me up and down, all the way and all around. Take my hand and say you will follow me. It's long been on my mind, you know it's been a long, long time. I'll try to find a way that I can make you understand the way I feel about you, just how much I need you to be there where I can talk to you when there's no one else around. Follow me where I go, what I do and who I know. Make it part of you to be a part of me. Follow me up and down, all the way. Take my hand and I will follow you.
Will the audience please stand as our graduates enter this arena? good morning. Please remain standing. We are mindful today of all of those who have contributed to the success of these students, those who are here celebrating with us in person, those of us who are out in the virtual landscape celebrating with our graduates in spirit. We celebrate the achievements of each of these graduates today, and we acknowledge those who supported them along the way. I now invite you to take a deep breath and be fully present as the ceremony begins. You may be seated. It's my deep pleasure to welcome you to the Colorado Mountain College, Roaring Fork, and Aspen and Carbondale campuses 2022 commencement ceremony. My name is Dr. Heather Exby, and I am the Vice President and Campus Dean here at the Spring Valley and Glenwood campuses. I'd like to introduce for a moment the platform guests, Steve Skadron, who's my counterpart for the Aspen and Carbondale campuses, Autumn Rivera, who is today's commencement speaker, a CMC adjunct faculty member, and Colorado's Teacher of the Year, and Marky Butler, who is a Board of Trustee member from the Pitkin County area. This day is designed to celebrate you and your achievements, your strength of purpose, determination, resilience, and tenacity. We do this in a time-honored ritual or formal pageantry and arcane costumes. I try to imagine how these robes, that's this part, these hoods, that's this part, and these crazy caps were worn by ancient scholars. Did they wear them every day to teach? Or do you think, like us, that they only wore them for these celebratory pageants and events? I can only imagine how impossible it would be to show students how to develop photos in a dark room or properly give a cat a vaccine wearing stuff like this. Fortunately, we've yielded to practicality, and we've donned regular clothes for the classroom, and we save this kind of regalia only for these special events. So, because we are here in a ritual space, let this day of ritual continue. I invite you to engage deeply and fully in this gathering. For this precious hour, I invite you to listen intently to the words of our speakers. Take in each speaker's message. Listen for the words of wisdom. Soak up the praise. Think back about the journey you are completing today. Remember where you started and consider where you are right now. That is the first part of the ritual, to celebrate your transition from student to graduate and then send you forward to a new place with all of us in attendance right by your side. So let's get started, shall we? It is my deep pleasure to be able to introduce to you one of your own classmates, Callan Brumfeld. Callan is graduating today with an Associate of Applied Science degree in digital media and graphic design. Callan is from Niwot, Colorado, and was homeschooled. Before coming to CMC, Callan spent 2 years working with students in the K-12 environment and coordinated part of their theater program. While at CMC, she has continued her involvement in theater productions through our Sopris Theater Company here on campus. She's also president of the Creative Writing Club and has developed a professional portfolio in graphic illustrations, videography, and 3D design. Please join me in welcoming Callan to the stage.
Get the important stuff out. Okay. Hello, everyone. So welcome to all my fellow graduating peers, CMC faculty and staff, family and friends who are all in attendance today. First off, congratulations. You will hear this many more times before the day is over, and well-deservingly so. It might sink in tomorrow, or even a week from now, what we have just completed. Years of our lives working toward a goal, finally culminating to this day. So, what next? Some of you may already know, ready to start or continue what you have planned. Or some of you, me included, aren't fully sure yet, and that's okay. Uncertainty is something we all have experienced these past few years. COVID was something we all had to adapt to. It wasn't easy, and there were many challenges, some universal and some specific to each person. We navigated and are still navigating this uncertainty. Many things were put on hold, but our education wasn't one of them. The fact that we are here today illustrates our dedication, flexibility, and hope for our futures by staying with it. Through transitions to online and back, it really did feel like we were getting pulled in all directions. And we all will have our own unique stories to tell in the future about our college experience. It could be scary for some, or exciting for others, or a weird, mushy combination of the both. There's no denying that this is a turning point in all of our lives in one way or another. And because we have become so good at adjusting to the unknown, compliments of COVID, I know we are up for new challenges and opportunities. Most of us are here today as a result of support by those in our lives who have encouraged us and knew we could succeed, even when we had our doubts. May we as new graduates find ourselves in the same role in the future, where we too can encourage others once in our position. Adventure is the unwitting byproduct of uncertainty. And we all have our own individual journeys, a story all of our own that will continue to write itself each day. There may be plot twists in your story that are unexpected, and how you respond to them is your choice. So, what will your story be? Action? Fantasy? Hopefully not horror. Your story is in your hands. Go write it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Callan. The power of story. It's a wonderful way to think about where we're going next and how we get there. I am so excited to be able to introduce to you today's commencement speaker. I got a chance to know Autumn Rivera just briefly, part of it by reading the articles in the newspaper about her amazing achievements when she was designated as Colorado Teacher of the Year. That's an amazing honor. I think the last time Colorado had a Teacher of the Year was in 1987. So that this is really stunning for us as a state. Think about it for us as a community and for us as that local Glenwood Springs Middle School that is fortunate enough to have Autumn as its science teacher. Autumn is also the daughter of a science teacher. In fact, she's the daughter of a middle school science teacher. When you think about the way that a person would climb into their career with the help of that parent alongside them, it's really lovely. Autumn is also part of the adjunct faculty who engage with and lead our teacher candidates through the baccalaureate in teacher education here at CMC. Autumn recently went to Washington, D.C. to spend time as one of the 4 finalists for the National Teacher of the Year Award. One of the most beautiful things about what she said about her experience was that it was an amazing learning moment, and she can hardly wait to bring some of that back and share it with the students in her own classroom. She's passionate about doing her part to help new students access the next level of their professional education and to engage and learn in the deepest way possible. She's a strong, ardent supporter of education, and she's also a local graduate who grew up in the Eagle Valley area and has come to work here in Glenwood Springs for the last 17 years of her professional career. Please join me in giving a very warm welcome to our commencement speaker, Autumn Rivera.
Thank you so much for that introduction. And I just want to take a moment and give a huge appreciation to the faculty and staff of Colorado Mountain College. The past 2 years as educators has not been easy. And I just want to celebrate the hard work that each and every one of you put in. Can you give us a round of applause for these amazing educators? To the class of 2022, welcome. If you don't know me, my name is Autumn Rivera, and I'm a 6th grade science teacher at Glenwood Springs Middle School. I see a couple familiar faces out there. It's very exciting to see you all grown up. Yes, I work in middle school. I choose to work with middle schoolers every day. I spend my days with the sometimes socially awkward, a lot of times smelly, and very awesome middle schooler. Just this week, I had to tell a student to stop chewing on his science notebook. I also had to tell another student to stop baaing like a sheep while I was trying to teach. And I've had to talk more than once that Axe body spray is not the same as deodorant. You have to use soap, okay? You all been there, you remember that. But all joking aside, I love them, they keep me on my toes, and they keep life exciting. When I'm not in middle school, I can also be found here as an adjunct professor at CMC in the education department. That's what makes being here so special today. I've spent the last years watching many of you grow into the amazing people you are today. Students who were once shy and reserved at the beginning of their time at CMC were more confident and articulate. Students who weren't sure what career they wanted to pursue are now moving forward, ready to take on the world. You've been through a lot and are stronger because of it. As the Colorado Teacher of the Year, I've been doing a lot of press. It's crazy. I'll tell you about it later, but it's been very interesting. I've been asked many questions, but one question I am asked time and time again is regards to the learning loss my students have experienced over the past 2 years. Apparently, it's a national crisis, and how will we ever recover? However, watching what you as students have done over this past 2 years, I do not believe you have experienced any learning loss. Yes, maybe my education students did not understand the framework I was trying to teach, but they've learned so much more. You've all learned the art of magically losing connection right before your virtual professor asks you a question online. You've learned the "I accidentally submitted my rough draft" email technique when really, let's be honest, that wasn't true. And honestly, I'm impressed by the amount of hot Cheetos and Takis you all are eating every day. It's pretty cool. It's pretty good. But seriously, you as students have learned a ton. You've learned how to learn online and in person, sometimes at the same time. You learned how to take care of yourselves and take care of your families and keep them safe from a deadly virus. In a future where many jobs will involve virtual meetings and interactions, you are ready. Teams, Zoom, Google Meet, bring it on, you've got it. And I honestly think you probably all have graduate degrees in technology at this point. No, you did not suffer a learning loss, but instead you experienced a learning shift, something to be celebrated. You have experienced what not many people have before you. You went to college in the middle of a global pandemic. And not only did you attend, but here you are graduating. You are more prepared for what's to come than any other group of students before you. You have persevered, you have succeeded, and you should be proud. However, as we move forward, what's to come next, we must stop and reflect on what came before. What lessons did you learn that you can continue on in the future? What habits were helpful? What habits were hurtful? Reflecting on what you did in the past will help you prepare for this next new chapter to come. So during all this celebration and excitement, don't forget to take a moment or two to look back and remember. Soak it in so you can begin to look forward and be better prepared for what's to come. Sometimes looking forward to your next chapter in life can be scary. No longer will course schedules, major assignments, or grades dictate your assumed successes or failures. There won't be any more annoying professors like myself nagging you to turn in assignments or uploading the next article to read. No more tests, no more lectures, no more dorm rooms. And sadly, there won't be a ready-made group of friends studying alongside you. Instead, this next chapter has you walking out into a world with many unknowns. Unknown jobs, unknown locations, and unknown people. To some, this unknown chapter is exciting. To others, terrifying. Either way, this current chapter is ending and a new unknown one is beginning. Thinking back to where I was a year ago today, I had no idea what my future would hold. I had no idea of the next unknown chapter waiting for me. To be honest, I didn't fully know about the State Teacher of the Year program, and I definitely had no idea about the National Teacher of the Program. I was working hard and building strong relationships with my students and online and in my classroom, and I was content. I was completely unaware of this new chapter my life would turn to. Fast forward to now, and I am the 2022 Colorado Teacher of the Year. But I am also the first Colorado teacher in almost 30 years to be selected out of 56 teachers in our nation as top 4 finalists for National Teacher of the Year. Last week, I was meeting with our Secretary of Education, Secretary Miguel Cardona, and his staff. I was given a behind-the-scenes tour of the Smithsonian Castle. And to the end of the trip, I went to the White House where I met the President and Dr. Biden, and I was also scolded by the Secret Service for being on the stage. It's been a crazy ride for sure. This new unknown chapter waiting for me this entire time, and I didn't even know. Would I have chosen this chapter if I knew all the good and bad it entailed? I'm not sure. There have been some amazing highs, like meeting other state teachers of the year and watching my students celebrate with me. However, being in this new position can be very lonely, and negative comments on social media can be tough. But either way, this chapter I am on, and I am proud to represent my profession and advocate for my students and teachers. So now, here you are, facing your next unknown chapter. Who knows where it'll lead? While reading a book this week, I was reminded of all of you. In the book, The Midnight Library by Matt Haig, a librarian is encouraging the protagonist to open a new book and begin reading. Here is a quote. "There was no title on the spine, but a small embossed one on the front, precisely the same shade as the rest of the book. It said, 'My life.' But it's not my life. Oh, Nora, these are all your lives. What do I do now?" You open the book and you turn to the first page. I honestly don't know what the next chapter holds for each of you. It may be full of complete unexpected surprises, or there may be more trials. But I do know one thing. The only way to find out is to open to the next chapter, turn to the first page, and begin reading. Good luck, class of 2022. Good luck on your new chapter. Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you, Autumn. I am Dr. Lisa Runk, the Associate Dean of Student Affairs for the Spring Valley and Glenwood campuses. I am honored to present the David Allen Outstanding Student Award. David was a CMC graduate who pursued his education with vigor despite a debilitating head injury. He inspired others to live with passion and to make the impossible possible. This award honors that spirit, and we recognize students in his name for one or more of the following: academic excellence, overcoming obstacles, and contributions to the campus community. This year's recipient exemplifies David's spirit in all 3 areas, including maintaining a 4.0 grade point average, relentless perseverance, positivity, and contributions to the campus community. We are honored to announce that Callan Brumfield is this year's recipient. Callan was nominated by her degree program faculty, campus faculty, and the Creative Writing Club advisor. Overwhelmingly, all spoke about Callan's strengths as a learner, dedication to her studies, creativity and graphic design in her writing, and noted Callan's involvement on campus, which included our theater program, Women's Forum, in addition to the Creative Writing Club. Jason Vargas, math professor, shared with the awards committee that Callan was an outstanding student when enrolled in his math class. That is not easy. Jason also shared that Callan designed this year's Math Awareness Week posters, which use a math superhero theme of the Averagers. These posters were so popular, Jason had offers from others to purchase them. Aaron Beaver, English professor and Creative Writing Club advisor, added, outstanding, exceptional, indelible. All of these words describe Callan Brumfield. In her academic work, Callan has demonstrated a willingness to explore ideas, pushing herself and her writing to new boundaries. Erin continued with, as president of the Creative Writing Club, Callan exemplifies servant leadership, focusing on the student community needs while providing opportunities for collective growth. In her time at CMC, Callan has made a positive impact on her classmates, on her peers, and her instructors. It is for these reasons and many others that Callan is this year's David Allen Outstanding Student. Congratulations, Callan.
Good morning and congratulations, graduates. We'd like to give special recognition to students who have achieved academic excellence. Graduates wearing gold cords have earned a 3.5 or higher cumulative grade point average. Graduates wearing gold stoles are members of the Phi Theta Kappa International Honor Society. The students at Colorado Mountain College come to us from a variety of backgrounds and experiences. The graduating class of 2022 includes students who are first to attend and graduate college, students who are parents, students with disabilities, students who are active military or veterans, students who identify as queer and LGBTQ+, and students who are from culturally and ethnically diverse backgrounds, including Native American, Hispanic or Latino, and African American. We'd like to take this opportunity to honor the integrity, the commitment, and the accomplishments of all our students. Please join me in honoring these graduates. Congratulations.
Okay, now we're going to get along with conferring the degrees and diplomas. This is the exciting part. It's also going to require us to do a little bit of ensuring that we've got all the players positioning themselves appropriately. So, graduates, you will have the opportunity to briefly pause at the microphone as you receive your diploma, and would love for you to share some thanks, words of appreciation, as well as what your future plans are. Graduates, will you please stand and follow the commencement marshals when they signal you to line up as directed. When your name is called, please step onto the stage, share your words here in the microphone, and then receive your diploma.
Receiving a Bachelor of Applied Science in Leadership and Management, Paige Ulmer. Receiving a Bachelor of Applied Science in Leadership and Management, Associate of Applied Science Paralegal, and Certificate of Proficiency Paralegal, Melissa Smith Ortiz.
I'd like to thank everyone who believed in me when I didn't believe in myself, and I really enjoyed having a class with my eldest daughter, and that was a really amazing experience here at CMC. Thank you.
Receiving a Bachelor of Applied Science in Leadership and Management, Tamo Fragoso. Receiving a Bachelor of Applied Science in Leadership and Management, Associate of Applied Science in Criminal Justice, Lorena Villagrana Perales.
I'd like to thank my parents and my friends for always supporting me, and thank you, CMC, for giving me an opportunity.
Receiving an Associate of Science, Luis Ruiz Matarino. Receiving an Associate of General Studies, Jeremiah Abraham Funes.
I'd like to thank my parents, my grandparents, my brothers, and my girlfriend. Thank you, guys.
Receiving an Associate of Arts in Business, Leslie Padilla. Receiving an Associate of Applied Science Bookkeeper, Monica Padilla. Receiving an Associate of General Studies, Anne Marie Lucero. Receiving an Associate of Applied Science Bookkeeper, Miriam Esparza.
I want to thank my family and my close friends for always supporting my dreams. This is only a part of my education. I hope to become a certified public accountant in the near future.
Receiving an Associate of Applied Science in Digital Media, Nathan Ray Hughes. Receiving an Associate of Applied Science in Digital Media, Travis Foki. Receiving an Associate of Applied Science in Digital Media and an Associate of Applied Science in Graphic Design, Callan Lee Brumfield.
Thank you to everyone at the college and everyone in my life who's been such amazing support.
Receiving an Associate of Applied Science in Graphic Design, Isabel Roberts.
Just want to shout a couple people out. Shout out to Andrea Caruso and Pauline and Courtney from the administrative office. I also want to thank Brian Tinker and Zeke Hall for supporting me on this journey and making us believe that we can do anything that's possible. I also want to shout out my parents and my little sister. Thank you guys so much for supporting me.
Receiving an Associate of Applied Science in Graphic Design, Nicole Soto Hernandez.
Primero que nada, le gustaría decirle muchas gracias a mis papás por siempre apoyándome en todo lo que hago. Y este diploma no nomás es para mí, pero para ustedes también por todos los sacrificios que han hecho para mí. Gracias.
Receiving an Associate of Applied Science in Graphic Design, Jose Rivera Cano.
I'd like to thank my parents, my teachers, and everyone that helped me along the way. Quisiera agradecer a mis padres y a mi familia por estar siempre conmigo. Gracias.
Receiving an Associate of Applied Science, Paralegal, Linka Perutkova. Receiving an Associate of Applied Science in Professional Photography, Wyatt Goodale. Receiving an Associate of Applied Science in Professional Photography, Jacob Levine. Receiving an Associate of Applied Science in Professional Photography, William Everett McGrath. Receiving an Associate of Applied Science in Professional Photography, Benjamin Caleb Schieffer. Receiving an Associate of Applied Science in Professional Photography, David Cole Desmond Harper. Receiving an Associate of Applied Science in Professional Photography, Jerry Lynn Urton.
I just want to thank Derek, Joseph, Klaus, and Seth for all they do for us and always pushing me. I want to thank my parents, Nate, you and your family for always supporting me. I couldn't have done it without you guys.
Receiving an Associate of Applied Science in Veterinary Technology, Harper Joy Smith.
I just want to thank my parents who supported me along the way even when I didn't think that I could do it at times, and every single one of the staff members of the CMC VT program. They create an amazing community there, and they create amazing students too.
Receiving an Associate of Applied Science in Veterinary Technology, Catherine Michelle Hobbs.
I just want to thank every single person that helped me get here today. This is just the beginning. Thank you.
Receiving an Associate of Applied Science in Veterinary Technology, Brianna Bloss. Receiving an Associate of Applied Science in Veterinary Technology, Amanda Nicole Cotton. Receiving an Associate of Applied Science in Veterinary Technology, Carrie Ann Taylor.
I just want to thank everybody, and my biggest adventure is just about to start.
Receiving an Associate of Applied Science in Veterinary Technology, Madison Grace O'Driscoll.
Thanks, guys. I love you.
Receiving an Associate of Applied Science in Veterinary Technology, Jacob Daniel Funes.
I'd like to thank my parents, my grandparents, all the great teachers that we have at the Vet Tech program, Louisa in the back who helped me study through numerous nights, and all of my classmates here. I love you all and can't wait to see what you guys do, go out there saving animal lives.
Receiving an Associate of Applied Science in Veterinary Technology, Linnea Rose Hansen. Receiving an Associate of Applied Science in Veterinary Technology, Elliot Donald Kaiser. Receiving an Associate of Applied Science in Veterinary Technology, Rosalie Jean Anderson. Receiving an Associate of Applied Science in Veterinary Technology, Taylor Moreno. Receiving an Associate of Applied Science in Veterinary Technology, Erwin Munoz. Receiving a Certificate of Proficiency, Real Estate, Jasmine Hurtado. Receiving a Certificate of Proficiency, Paralegal, Brian Alfredo Alvarez Terrazas.
Nomás les quiero dar muchísimas gracias a toda mi familia y a todos los que me han apoyado hasta este lugar y decir que nunca nos deberíamos de dejar de soñar y triunfar y luchar por nuestros sueños. Muchas gracias.
Alrighty, Marky, I think it's your turn.
Aren't we all very, very proud of our graduates? Pretty amazing, very amazing. I want to wish every one of you good luck. You're not going to have problems getting a job if you don't have a job already. My daughter, who's a critical care vet, told me today, she said, you tell those vet techs they've got a hard future in front of them. We hope to see them one of these days as veterinarians. So, and I'm not biased. Last one was nursing, and I'm a nurse. So I'm so proud of each and every one of you. Wow. As a member of the Board of Trustees, it gives me such pleasure to be a Pickens County rep for the Board of Trustees. And with that, these students have met the degree requirements as prescribed by the state of Colorado and Colorado Mountain College. By the authority of Colorado Mountain College Board of Trustees, I hereby confirm the aforementioned degrees and certificates on the 7th day of May 2022. It is our pleasure to present the 2022 graduates of Roaring Fork campus of Colorado Mountain College. Graduates, will you please stand? This is a big moment. I'm looking for Louise.
Louise. Yep, right here.
Class of 2022, turn your tassels from the right to the left. Congratulations to the class of 2022.
Okay, this is the big deal, so listen closely and stay standing. We're now closing the ritual part of our ceremony as our tradition dictates. We have recognized the important transition you have made, and we are celebrating your achievement. We have heard messages of deep inspiration, fortitude, strength, and challenge. Thank you to our generous speakers for your inspired words. Your next steps? Graduates, you will exit the stadium first, followed by our faculty and staff, stage guests, and then our audience. Graduates will be outside and available for photographs, so please, everyone, remain in your regalia, this beautiful attire that we have had for this very, very special day. The Ascent Center is the place for graduates to return their gowns. Now, as you leave this place, as a graduate and alumna of Colorado Mountain College, we are so happy and so very proud of you. We appreciate the engagement you have had with us during your educational journey. Now, go forth and be brilliant. But first, turn around and face your loving family and friends, and let's celebrate our graduates.
He was born in the summer of his 27th year, coming home to a place he'd never been before. yesterday behind him, you might say he was born again. Might say he found a key for every door. When he first came to the mountains, his life was far away, on the road and hanging by his song. But the string's already broken and he doesn't really care. Keep chasing fast, it don't last for long. The Colorado Rocky Mountain High, she need rain and fire in the sky. The shadows from the starlight are softer than a lullaby. Rocky Mountain High in Colorado, Rocky Mountain High in Colorado. He climbed Cathedral Mountains, he saw silver clouds below, saw everything as far as you can see. And they say that he got crazy once he tried to touch the sun, and he lost a friend but kept his memory. Now he walks in quiet solitude, the forest and the streams, seeking grace in every step he takes. All his sight is turned inside himself to try and understand the serenity of a clear blue mountain lake. The Colorado Rocky Mountain High, I've seen it rain and fire in the sky. You can talk to God, listen to the casual reply. Rocky Mountain High, Rocky Mountain High. Now his life is full of wonder, but his heart still knows some fear of a simple thing he cannot comprehend. Well, they try to tear the mountains down to bringing a couple more people, more scars upon the land. The Colorado Rocky Mountain High, she need rain and fire in the sky. Talk to God, listen to the casual reply. Rocky Mountain High, it's the Colorado Rocky Mountain High. I've seen it rain and fire in the sky. Friends around the campfire, everybody's high. Rocky Mountain High, Colorado. Rocky Mountain High, Colorado. Rocky Mountain High, Rocky Mountain High. Thank you. Thank you.